Welcome to Agents of Screen, the first and only place to come to for movie reviews live at the cinema. We are back again for what is our fourth episode of our Game of Thrones Season 8 recap. Before we get started, this is available on all your favorite podcasting site, wherever you find your podcast, Spotify, iTunes, you can find that there. There's also the video is available on YouTube, YouTube.com/Agents of Screen. Before we get right into the episode, who am I joined by today?
Yeah, James here.
I was wondering for a bit. We got James. Who else we got in the house? Aaron, announce yourself. Greg, what are you saying?
Go on, Aaron.
What? Hey, what? Isn't it? Yeah.
Why is it so shook to introduce yourself, bro?
This
is mad.
He called you out. He called you out. So I was like, right, what's going on? Yeah, Aaron, aka Double A.
Okay.
I'm just watching the episode right now. She's going ham.
Yeah, and obviously, last but not least, they call me the director, but I just like to be called Greg, you know.
Till this day, I'm still yet to know who calls you that, but you know, we might have that one there. For now,
like, I'm the director, and then like snap your finger. Yeah,
it must be them. Someone must have PM'd him or something.
Well, Mr. Stark, whatever you don't want to call that.
But Mr. Stark is dead.
Oh,
wrong show.
But yeah, wrong show. That was Avengers. Now it's Game of Thrones, episode 4. So let's get straight into it. Where did we leave off? We left off, obviously, the Battle of Winterfell, and we have the direct fallout. We saw the little burning of the bodies and everything. People sad. You saw Jorah, you saw Theon, and obviously you moved into the inside bit where they're having a dinner, and Daenerys gave Gendry, made him a lord, basically. He's not a bastard because of her.
Lord Baratheon.
He's the Baratheon. What did you guys make of that whole initial scene after what was a great battle of Winterfell?
I thought Daenerys was about to have man up, bruv, because the way she was talking to him was like, you're the one that was like, you're the son or the father that was like about to dead me off and all my family. I was like, oh, fucking here we go again. Jesus Christ. She turned into a crazy bitch. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make you Lord of the Storms, but I'm a bastard. Not anymore, fam. I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
You're calling her a bitch. Is that necessary?
Yeah, man. She's trying to gain favor, bro. She's not like.
No, I just thought she was about to, because I was just like, is she turning into that crazy woman? I was just like, the way she was talking and her facial expression as well. I was just like, how are you hating on this guy? Like, he has nothing to do with her family.
She's already.
To be fair, there was a lot going on. Oh, go on, Aaron. Sorry.
She's already at a disadvantage. She weren't going to say anything mad just after the madness that they just while they're all celebrating. So obviously in front of everyone, it looks good for her trying to win favor because
100%.
You know, who is she? Whatever. So
yeah,
it's a good move on her. He deserved it anyway as well. It's a good move on her part, but.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in that whole dinner scene. Greg, what did you? Was anything you picked up in there? There was a couple of things that I saw.
Yeah, I mean, see, for me, I kind of said it before. You know, Daenerys has been. It's all about her destiny. Like she's been saying before about, you know, my house and this and that, and we're the rightful rulers. But she even like she was looking at Jon. She alluded to it later on. She could see how the people love him. But instead of being like, okay. You know, I might be jumping too far ahead, but the whole looking around and she was just plotting, and even like what you said when she made him Lord Baratheon, she was all it was all like, you know, you got to think one step ahead, doing it for a reason. But then she's looking and thinking, nah, no matter what I do, these people love Jon too much. He is the rightful heir, and she knows it, and I think that was going through her mind. During that whole dinner setting, she knew it, and
I mean, well, look at the face.
She had to do something about it.
Look at the face that she had when Tormund was talking about how he was either a king or a crazy man for riding that dragon, and then when she heard that, bro, that face of disgust was wild. I was like, it looks like she's ready to dead men off now.
But the thing is, what you have to remember is that it's just the people of the north that love him like that, or is it everyone that loves Jon like that? Is that
a bit of everything? Isn't it?
She knows that he's got that appeal that she might not necessarily have. Yes, the North love him, but you know she's looking at it like, could her own people? I mean, who has she got left? She's got the Unsullied. Well, we saw there wasn't many of them left.
She's got
Not
people
for-
overseas as well. Just remember
Less
that,
than half.
because she's got the those sellswords managing the other
But-
cities across the seas.
Once they know who is the right, like, people, it's not about following her, is it? It's about following the rightful heir, and he's the rightful heir in essence. So, and she knows that. That's why, and like I said, I know I don't want to jump too far ahead, but the conversation they had obviously said it all, really, didn't it?
Yeah. And
But
also,
like you
what
said-
I noticed that. Go on,
Yeah,
go on, Greg.
I was just going to say, like you said, it wasn't just that. There was a lot more in that scene. I mean, again,
Yeah.
like,
I was gonna
this,
get into it. Yeah.
Tormund again.
Yeah.
Moving mad.
Tormund. Just
Yeah.
every
Racer.
week cracks me up. Cracks me up every week.
Yeah, well, let's get into Tormund. Tormund was repping that hashtag sad boys because obviously he
Yeah.
was thinking like, hey, we survived this battle together. We've been through so much. Now we're here, both of us. Like, what we gonna do? And obviously, you know, it was the door, so to speak, was shut in his face.
Yeah.
Brienne went off with Jamie, and he said like his heart is broken. He literally said that.
Bro, he
Yeah,
was.
It broke for 10 seconds, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just, bro, he was just like, wait, what about me? And then Tyrion was like, let me just pour you some drink, fam. No, wait, no, the whole cup. Yeah, okay, cool. Now you drink
He
that.
was on a mad high. I swear he said as well. He said, who, what? There's someone shit in my pants or something. I'm like,
Yeah. I can't remember the exact words, but yeah, I was just like, what is wrong with this guy?
What I noticed in that scene that I don't think I've noticed before is that you see I'm using this term because that's what they are. The whores of Winterfell. They were on it. They're going ham.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
they were
I
wild.
think there's been a few random bits where they've kind of like seen someone like rah. Yeah, I'm on this, especially when it's like a celebration or something. They're kind of like they're on it. They're on it quite a bit.
Yeah, some of them wouldn't take no for an answer when the Hound was saying like, no, like I need to finish my drink. I need just leave me be. She was still down.
Yeah, Sansa was even kind of mad though.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was another good episode for the Hound. I think he got a good few minutes of camera time, and we got to see a little bit more about him. Like Aaron, you just said, he had a good that whole, not reunion, but that whole dialogue with Sansa was good.
Yeah.
It was like a callback, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he did look out for her early on in King's Landing from protecting her from Joffrey and stuff. So it was good that they had that chance to have a conversation.
Yeah, he was kind of raw with her. He was kind of raw. He was saying, I heard they broke you in hard.
Yeah.
I said, raw, like take it easy on her, man.
Yeah,
but
but Sansa's actually there.
She's not like she said like I'm not no little bird no more. So that I think
true.
Obviously before, if he was speaking to her like that, she'd have been like cowering or whatever. But she was like, I'm not no little girl no more.
And she even said, at the end of the day, it happened, and I'm glad it happened because it made me the person I am, right?
Yeah.
Rather than like, you know what I mean? Otherwise, she would have been that same, like you say, little timid bird. So, yeah, it was a good little scene, that was.
That's it. Go on, James.
I think this, I won't get into too much detail about what I'm saying, but this episode, you really do see the evolution for a lot of characters from where they were from the start of the show to where they were now, from so many of the conversations from this dinner and also from parts of the episode later on, like Sansa, when she, like you said, she's not a little bird. Like he felt guilty that, I wish you came with me at that time. Like you could have been that, I would have protected you, little bird. And it's like, well, if it wasn't for Littlefinger and Ramsay, I wouldn't be who I wouldn't be who I am today. So like these lessons, as as savage as they are, like I became who she is, and she is a dangerous person. She's a intelligent person who knows how to deal with all situations around her because she's been through so many different situations. She knows how to work the game properly to her.
Yeah, she's had a very, very interesting character arc, Sansa. I think when it comes to the finale, we may get into more detail about that. But speaking of the Stark girls, next on the list was we had Arya. Fresh being the hero of the Battle of Winterfell, delivering the final blow to the Night King.
Yeah.
And obviously Gendry's on the dinner. He's looking around for her, can't see her. Where is she? She's not around. He goes back to the stables. Well, it's not a stable, like the barn area.
Yeah.
You see her there. He almost got his head bought off clean. Even that turned them on even more because, she's about her business. And he literally got down in one knee, professed his love to her. So listen, I want you to be my sweet planting. But she gave him the cold shoulder.
She's like, oh, that's nice.
That was never going to happen, was it? Even when I was thinking is, get up, man. That's just she's not no lady of whatever. Like she's a warrior. It's not going to happen.
I can't run.
She's not your side piece, man. Like she like she said, she's not a lady. She can't be your lady because she's not a lady.
The thing is, I think he could get her, but he's just saying the wrong things.
Yeah.
I think she would want to be with him, but she doesn't want to be like in no castle as no lady or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So
but
also,
you're gone, Craig. I think I know they went Arya, Stark, and they. Do you feel that they made as a big deal? What I'm trying to say is, should there have been more of a big deal of what she done, or not? Or do you think it was all right? I don't know.
I reckon so.
Like, should Jon not have been my sister's hero and this and that? And should they have not raised their hand and threw her in the air? Or I don't know. Like, she didn't get the adulation, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
She weren't really there, though. So it's not, she didn't really want that. She didn't really want the adoration and the praise or whatever. She was kind of just doing what she had to do, I guess. She was just saying she weren't really at the party. So,
no, of course not. Of course.
They couldn't really celebrate her doing it that way. She got the shout out, but
Yeah, I
that's
guess
not
so.
her.
I just thought there might have been a little bit more, but
I think she clearly, like, from considering that she was doing target practice, she clearly didn't care, and she didn't want people to care for that matter. Yeah, she got a little raise from Daenerys about it, and that's cool, but that's as far as she wanted. Like, she never wanted the adulation. She just did it for her family because that's all she.
I know she didn't want that. I'm not saying that she thought, right, I'm going to kill the Night King for the adulation. Of course not. But I'm just saying, after that, I would have thought, But anyway, I digress. Let's just move on. That's just my little nitpick.
Okay. Yeah. Well, directly after the dinner, you had the first conversation between Jon and Daenerys after their first real conversation after the revelation that he is a Targaryen and she is his aunt. Obviously, she missed him. Obviously, they started engaging in some extracurricular activities, but it was cut short when they kind of realized what they were doing.
Yeah.
And obviously, she's scared because she wants the throne for herself. He doesn't want it. All this type of secrecy going on. He's telling her that I need to tell my sisters. She's telling him, no, you don't need to do that. What do you guys make of what Daenerys is trying to do? Why is she so against like ruling together? Obviously, later on in the episode, Varys kind of confirmed why. But why is she so against sharing the throne or just having it for herself?
I haven't seen her that shook since she was working with Drogo, bruv. Or when she got thrown to Drogo like some piece of meat, like that. She's never been that shook for a long time. Because this is actually a serious threat for her. Like this is dangerous. That information is dangerous for her, for that to be exposed. Like, it is actually wild.
She just don't want anything to get in the way of what she believes is rightfully hers.
Yeah.
She just doesn't. And she's already frosty. It's been frosty with her and Sansa since she arrived. And she knows Sansa and her are not ever going to be like best of friends or whatever. She knows that she's never going to really accept her. And the people don't or haven't really accepted her anyway. So she's like, if this gets out, there's no hope. There's no way for me to ever get this. So regardless of Jon telling her, nah, don't worry, you're my queen or whatever, she's like, nah, it's going to be bigger. It's just going to be bigger than you can handle. It's not about whether you believe it. People aren't going to believe it.
Yeah. But along with the same storyline, even though it was a little bit further in the episode, obviously he did eventually tell his sisters. And he said, you need to swear that you're not going to tell anyone. And why did Sansa snitch? She literally, that was the first thing that she did.
She's playing the game, man.
So did I not tell you? She has evolved, bro. She's the new Littlefinger, bro. She knows what she's doing.
Definitely.
Now everyone knows, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time,
it's a good move, though. To be fair, I think it's a good move.
I mean, I was going to say at the same time, obviously, like you said, he snitched, but Jon also took her words, he was backing it. Like even when in the war room, he's going, "No, she's the queen. We listen to her." Even when they was in that little war room having that little meeting,
Yeah.
it was the wrong move to take a weary army. Everyone knew it, but John backed her. It was a show of, he showed his hand there, like a show of loyalty, as if to say, "Do you know what? I heard what you had to say, and I'm proving to you that I don't want it,
no matter what."
So,
yeah. And look at the look that she gave Sansa as well when she walked off. She was like, the grin was like, "Yeah, see."
Yeah. And that's probably why Sansa snitched, because she's a bit like, because it was after that. It was after that the three of them were like, "We need to talk to you," and then I thought that was funny when they had that little chat. Rand just sitting there in his chair, just watching.
Yeah, he's just jamming. It's like, all right, cool. I ain't saying nothing.
Choice.
Yeah, he had another bar again. He was like, he's like, I don't want anymore. You know how unbothered you have to be to say you don't want anymore. Right. He does there.
Oh, that's deep.
He don't care. He's okay, but but I think this episode in particular kind of showed like it's really like a Game of Thrones. Everyone's trying to forward their own agenda. Sansa like gave up the information because she's trying to forward her own agenda, and we kind of saw the tide turning with everyone kind of saying, you know what, Daenerys, I don't think she's the best option for the throne.
On the madness.
No,
definitely.
I think eventually it's going to come to a point where a decision has to be made for everyone. And if you go slightly further, when they was alluding to Varys, what was he saying? What happens to Daenerys? Does she die? Do they have to kill her?
That's what he's saying. Basically, he's basically saying that I'm gonna fight for I'm gonna do what's best for the realm, regardless of who. Like, she's not best for the realm in his eyes, so he's gonna do what he needs to do. To protect the realm.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously you know that Varys has got pure connections. He's got eyes everywhere. Even before at the celebration, the party thing, when he was just watching her, the way she was moving and looking around at everyone and on her own, and you could just tell like her mind is obviously, I can't remember what he said, something, but he's like, like her mental state is obviously not right.
Yeah. He was worried about her mental state.
Yeah, I don't know what he will do, but I think he will probably end up doing something where he may try and stop her if Tyrion doesn't kind of force his hand and make it happen. He's going to end up doing something or getting someone to try and do something, and she may end up having to kill. I don't know.
But does everyone feel like that Daenerys is the wrong choice for the throne? Is anyone like? Has 100%. Anyone? Yeah.
100%. She's had too many decisions that she's made, while they may have been for her best interest. The methods have always been a bit like rah. There's been too many times like rah. And
there's been like full blown stick, like on a fire, no carrot. Like that's just how it is. Like she don't care, bro. Like she will rule you under fear if you do not respect her and love her. Like it's as simple as that. Like
I mean, I said it. I don't know if I said it on the pod or in person, but she comes. I don't know. It's a difficult one because she believes it's her birthright, right? So she believes she's doing the right thing, and she has done good things. Like we've said before, she's freed slaves. She's done good things, but it's got to a point where it's coming to a head now, and it's like now it's not. Now it's a bit like I'm going to do anything now. And they were saying you could kill thousands of innocent people, children, whatever. She's like, boy.
But this is the thing, though, Greg.
So now she's starting to lose her head a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And she's got the threat of Jon. She's got the threat of Jon, where in her head this whole time it was like, do you know what? I'm doing the right thing because it's my birthright. I am the rightful heir. Now she's not. She's not. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She knows that's messing her head up.
Shaking her to a core.
This is the problem, though, because this is what Varys said, because when Tyrion said it, she went into the fire, came out with 3 dragons, and when you come out living from fire with 3 dragons from stone, what are you supposed to not think that you're?
She thinks it's a destiny, innit?
How can you not think that that's destiny? That's your mind gone, bro. Like you are literally. I can't imagine anyone not actually thinking that must be destiny for me to rule the realms. if I'm literally
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
through fire
That
and
is true.
turning 3 stones to dragons, like that's wild. Like you ain't changing that mentality for nothing, bruv.
That's true. But Tyrion wouldn't answer the question though. When Varys asked him, who do you think would be better suited?
Yeah.
He wouldn't answer it because he knows.
Yeah, he knows, isn't it? Of
Yeah,
course, he
he knows.
knows. That's why he didn't answer it.
But
He knows.
obviously, he has to be. Well, he doesn't have to be. He obviously believes in her. He does believe in her. He said that to Sansa. He said that. But he must know. He knows deep down that it's probably not the right decision. But he can't.
But even Tyrion himself is starting to show a few cracks in his armor. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But 2 more points of that initial that little dinner scene. The first thing was he had Jaime and Brienne. Obviously, they left to go to their private quarters, and that was one of my predictions for the season, that they would, finally, consummate the tension that has been building with them for a few seasons now.
Yeah.
What did you guys?
Is there anything to say on? Is there anything to really say on? I mean,
it was a long time coming, but I think the ending part of we'll talk about the ending of the episode, but I think it's a shame from where that went to where the end of the episode.
We will get into that.
I get suspected, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, obviously they rounded up the army to leave Winterfell finally, and there was one particular scene that kind of pissed me off. And obviously, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but obviously we saw Ghost again.
Yeah.
He survived the battle of Winterfell. One ear's all ripped off. And obviously it's a departure of a few characters, like Tormund's going back to north of the wall and all of that.
Yeah. And
Ghost, he told Tormund to take Ghost with him. And he didn't even give him a greeting. He didn't even say "You've been a good boy,"
Not even a hug. Not even a hug. Like the Ghost was whimpering, bruv. It's like, what? Can't you give man a hug before you go? Like, never see him again. Like, that's a bit savage.
Like, got me mad.
Yeah, I'm not even like an animal person like that.
I know that. We all know that, bruv.
Chill.
I was mad.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I thought he would have gone over and petted him at least.
Stroke his foot, dude. Give him a little, a little bite, a little meat or something. I don't know, something. And you had literally had him from since he was a puppy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's deep.
That was disrespect still.
That
obviously
whites and everything, and you can't even.
Yeah, exactly. He was part of the first wave with the Dothraki. And obviously, on social media as well, we saw that they left a Starbucks cup on the table. And I saw, when you go into Starbucks and they write your name on the back of the cup, I wonder what name it had on the back. It's like Daenerys Targaryen or
Daenerys Stormborn.
Might be
Stormborn, Breaker of Chains, Queen of the Unbirthed, all of that just written in a paragraph around the cup. Yeah.
If the show wasn't over, someone would have got sacked for that, bruv.
Same thing. We saw Sam Tarly. Obviously, he's having a kid. Where's he going anyway? He's off as well. He said.
Where did he say?
Sure.
What, back to the?
Well, maybe he's just not going south, basically.
Yeah,
so maybe he's staying there either way. But yeah, he's expecting. But the way John was saying his goodbyes, you just think, he ain't coming back. And like Sansa said, them Starks don't do well in the south. So
yeah.
Is that a prediction then?
John.
John's dying, yeah. Or wrong?
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
That's a hot take right there.
But we'll get to predictions at the end because that is part of my predictions. But yeah, definitely.
Okay. But that whole scene, like obviously he hugged Tormund, hugged Sam, hugged Gilly, obviously the child as well, and then Ghost was just there, just looking like, oh, no hug for me, nah. Okay.
Yeah, that was out of order. I'm not gonna lie, that was out of order.
I was also the nice little the ride away with Arya and the Hound as well, where they were riding off to Westeros together. It's like, I don't expect to be coming back. It's like, yeah, me either. So you can leave me to die again.
Both have a job to do.
Yeah.
A serious job to do. And we only have 2 episodes left. I don't know how they're gonna pack everything in, even though I know it's gonna be like an hour and a half each. But yeah, they have a lot to shit to wrap. Yeah. Going on out of talking about Westeros. Obviously, we cut to Cersei and Euron. You know, she gives him the news that she's now pregnant. He believes it's his child. Obviously, he might not anymore, but you know, at that point, you know, in the previous episodes, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put a prince in your belly."
Bro, it's
she just gassing him up, like, yeah, and then our child will get to rule, and he just gassing him up, making.
there's no way that he could actually believe that after. Well, we'll get to it later. After certain things happen, like the way that Tyrion was talking, because how could Tyrion know? And then automatically she's pregnant. Like she just told him now. Yet Tyrion knew before in it. So, like, yeah. If he's still stupid, he believes that then he deserves that death, bro. Like he's too stupid for my liking, man.
But yeah, we saw Bronn. Bronn came back finally. He's finally made himself to Winterfell.
Oh
Bronn came and with his crossbow with Jamie and Tyrion.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, he's one of our fave characters.
Yeah, I didn't expect Bronn to behave like that. I know he's a mercenary. I know he's like, you know what, like what Tyrion said. What did I say to you? Anytime someone, what did he say, offers whatever for my life, I'll double it. And I get that, right? But they're his friends, though. Do you know what I mean? They're just like, I get, you know what I mean? Like, I expected better from Bronn. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bit disappointed there. He's always been one of my favourite characters, but he annoyed me a bit there.
I guess to be fair, if he didn't see them as friends, he would have just killed them, innit, and taken River.
Well, no, not really, because he wants to up that. He don't want River Run.
But
he wants High Garden.
He didn't see them as friends. He could have easily just killed them and then gone back like, cool, they're dead. Yeah, I've got River Run.
But you have to remember what he said. He said, "I know that you lot are on your way south with dragons. So when you kill Cersei, she ain't giving me River Run. She's going to be dead." So he's like hedging his bets here, thinking you lot are probably going to win. So up it. But I don't know.
That's the thing. I wonder why he thinks that they were going to win. Obviously, at the time of speaking, they had 2 dragons. And they had an army. He knew what defenses they had. Why
Rod was in that battle. Don't forget, he was in that battle with Cersei when he saw enough people get burnt. That's when he saved Jamie, if you remember. He's seen what them dragons can do firsthand. I guess that's what he was thinking. He's thinking, right, I've seen it, and I ain't being no part of that again.
Speaking of the dragons, obviously they've left Winterfell. Some of them have gone into the high seas. You had Grey Worm, you had Tyrion, all of them on the boats, and out of the blue, something ripped through the skies, and it was a shocking and sad scene. Shocking, it was shocking. You're thinking, oh shit! At first, you get shot in the one wing, and you think, okay, maybe you can duck out. And you get shot in
his chest.
Sorry, you got chest first.
Oh. Chest first. Yeah.
And then he got shot. Slice up. Then he got shot through his neck. And I rewinded the clip again, and I turned up the volume. You can literally hear like the gargling of the blood in the throat. Mad.
I didn't watch it again, bro. That was just like
that's too much for me.
Oh man, what a heartbreaking scene.
Bro, it's like the Dire Wolves all over again, man. Allow me, man, please.
that was worse when the first dragon got killed. That was definitely worse.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
The first one there was more of a build up to it. This one was just like sudden, and it had like triumphant music, like dragons flying.
I can't believe
so
that.
Unnecessary. So unnecessary.
I felt that. I got me vexed. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what it is as well.
Remember they had those crossbows. Those crossbows were there.
Bro, those crossbows got like upgraded. Like those have become legendary crossbows now, bro. They went from.
I knew they were prepared, but I didn't think they were going to be like prepared like that.
Bro, it's what gets on my nerves the most, right? Is that I just can't stand that Euron Greyjoy's face. His face annoys me. It's just, and I'm just like that smug look, and I'm just like,
It does get me.
And then she was like nose diving. I was thinking, she's gonna burn them. Are you mad? Because they're aiming these things at you.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what was gonna happen. That was quite a tense
I
moment.
thought she was
thinking,
gonna do some
I'm
like
not gonna
last
shoot
minute
them.
maneuver
Yeah,
and
that's
try
what
and
I
get
thought was gonna
behind
happen.
them. And yeah,
it was all mad.
but that was
The
crazy.
rage just took over, man. She didn't even know. I don't think she even knew what she wanted to do, really.
No, I don't think she knew. And then it sense kicked in. She looked and she thought, yeah, I can't win this. So let me.
So
Yeah.
so are dragons completely out of the question now in terms
No.
of making
No,
a difference?
I don't think so.
Well, she knows now. Look, they had those obviously jumping a little bit forward. They've got them crossbow things on their boats. They've got them on the castle. They got them everywhere. So you'd be mad. You know, you could say dragons are out. Really, yeah. You could say that.
It's all mad. They're gonna
have to do something.
I'm just impressed that they were able to like make upgraded versions of the previous ones so rapidly. But you know what they had? Why they're not preparing for the night battle, battle. They were just like, all right, cool, you lot do that, and then we'll just like build these bows up and stack them up and get ready.
Yeah, Cersei always knew what the end game was, so she's been preparing from time.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, after the dragon, they turned the focus onto the other boats on the ocean. Obviously, the boats got fucking destroyed.
Those boats got wrecked, bruv. They got murked.
Yeah.
You're gone, Greg.
Oh yeah, I'm agreeing. Yeah. They boy.
Yeah.
They got destroyed. She knew. This is the thing. Another one, I can't stand Cersei as well. From season 1, not once have I changed my mind on her. I can't stand her.
Never.
But she's too smart. She's too smart. That's the thing.
She's on a different level, bro.
She has all the bases covered at the moment.
Yeah. Too smart.
And obviously, you had that little sequence. Tyrion was trying to escape from the boat, trying to go downstairs, couldn't go there. He said, "You know what? Bun this. I'm just gonna have to just jump overboard."
Smart.
I thought he was gonna get knocked out by the little pillar that fell off the boat.
That's what I was expecting. Yeah. I was about ready to walk out the room. I was like, I swear to God, if Tyrion dies this episode, I can't deal. I don't think I can watch the rest of the episode.
So the dragons, which ones are dead? What's the first one to die? The ice one was
Visceron and
Rhaegal. Visceron and Rhaegal are dead. So it's just Drogon left. Mad.
Yeah, but Drogon is the most powerful one, but it's not the point.
Yeah, he's the biggest one. I wonder if there's any eggs lying about somewhere. Any of them female, or did they 3 male dragons? Yeah, but yeah, back to Winterfell quickly before we get into the final bit. Obviously, Jaime's caught wind of the news. That's what's happening down in Westeros. And decides to leave. I feel, that scene broke my heart as well.
Horrible still.
That was
Well, I'll say before we get into that scene, the actress that plays Brienne, she's a really good actress, I think.
Yeah. What's her name? Gwen something.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name is. I don't want to butcher it. So yeah, she's a very good actress. Very good actress.
Bro,
but what is Jaime doing though? What is he doing?
Listen, his twin, isn't it? He's got that. They've got that pull. You know, they're forever connected to each other. I guess he had to go, innit? I mean, he went about it the wrong way.
Yeah, I think so too.
He had to go. I don't blame him for going. It's one of them things where I just don't know why he's going. Is he going because he knows? Because what did Sansa say? Something about, I always wanted to be there when they execute your sister, but I guess I won't get the chance. I thought that was alluding to the fact that Daenerys is going to go crazy and just burn the whole city down. So has Jaime gone there to help her, or has he gone there to warn her, or has he gone there to watch it happen?
I don't know. Trying to save her, but it's just, I just feel like I feel bad for Brienne because like they look like they could be like a proper connection, man.
Yeah, she finally gave up the cookies, and man just went off. Man just rode off into the night.
She was like, "Please stay," but he is who he is. Like he can't help be who he is, man. He's deep down. He loves his sister in some walks.
And he said, didn't he? He said, "I'm a bad man. You think I'm good?"
Yeah. I think as well he did that to protect Brianna. I don't think he done that because he literally meant it. Like,
I hope so.
I think he was doing it in a way like, look,
basically,
I'm going there. I'm probably not going to come back, and I want to protect you because you are the only good thing that I've had in my life for however long. So I need to be brutal and just tell you, look, I'm a horrible person. I need to go and do what I got to do. But I don't think he's gonna go there to try save Cersei. I think he's gonna try reason with her one more time, see what she's saying, and then, boy, I don't know, man. Might kill her. He's definitely gonna run into Euron, and he's gonna. Boy,
I think I just had this thought. I think like the whole Romeo and Juliet kind of star-crossed lovers thing is kind of in my mind. So I think they might die together. I think like they might die side by side. I don't know. Somehow.
I'm just saying my podcast episode 1 prediction could still happen. He could
What's
die,
that?
and then Arya like takes his face and then goes to Cersei and kills her.
Well, my first one was to
more of a
say
possibility now than ever.
he would kill her, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, obviously onto the final obviously scene. They finally got to the doorstep of King's Landing, you know. And but the Unsullied army, they look like they got like 16 people, bro. I don't know what they think they're gonna do with that army.
They're battered now. They're
but
decimated.
that was a horrible decision. That was a horrible
Just remember
decision.
that Jon Snow has the majority of the army.
Yeah, remember they said when they were looking on the map that they've got less than half of everything, less than half the Unsullied, less than half the Dothraki, less than half their numbers are just dwindled.
Yeah, their numbers are murk, bro.
And not only are their numbers dwindled, they're weary, they're battle worn, they're hurt. You know, so
it was stupid on
that one night's sleep.
Yeah, it was stupid.
It was stupid because the thing is, Cersei weren't coming north. She's waiting for them to come, so they could have rested. But you know, like you said, like we said earlier, then she's not thinking rationally at the moment.
Even Varys told her. He was like, "Oh, you told me what to look in your eyes whenever I feel like you're making a wrong decision." And this is 100% a wrong. It's 100% a wrong decision. But she is fueled by rage and this anger, the same anger that her dad had, the same thing. She's going down that same path. She's not hearing it. So
I think this was Tyrion's last chance to try and see if Daenerys could go down like a civil route. But after this situation happened, she's now the Mad Queen. Like there's no doubt in my mind now. She's gonna turn Mad Queen. She's gonna go ham. She's gonna blaze up the entire Westeros. She's gonna dead everyone and not even care, bro.
This is what Cersei wants, though. You know, Cersei is three steps ahead. Three steps ahead of the game. She's already called in all the people in the walls, and they're all thinking, "Oh, she's such a great queen protecting us." No, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's too smart. And
obviously, the court
is running on emotion, so she's not even gonna.
Their course of action was to present the front of a surrender for Cersei, and then give the illusion that Daenerys is a good queen because she tried to sort it out the civil way before the madness ensued. But Cersei was already a step ahead of that, and she was like, no, like when their hands came to meet each other, he was like, no, well, Cersei's offering your surrender.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can't outplay her, man.
And Tyrion had to be like, all right, Bondis, I'm going to talk to you face to face. Yeah, which I thought was kind of silly of him to do.
That was joke.
Killed him with the archers straight away.
That was joke. Man just left quiet, but it's like, look, I'm tired of talking to you, man. Move. I'm going to talk to myself. I ain't trying to reach no negotiation with you, man.
But the thing is, as smart as everyone says Tyrion is, and I get it was for the scene, there was no way that speech was going to change Cersei.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
even when he's that a lot lately.
I'm just thinking, mate.
I think he
do you not know your sister?
A bit though. I think he definitely, because that would be the only way for her child. So he definitely got her thinking a bit, and she was kind of thinking, yeah, you're kind of right, but obviously there's no way she can be like, yeah, right.
She's in too deep.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna happen. So
yeah, especially as there's one dragon left now. You can't come with that talk now. Like,
I get why he did it. He had to do it, but it was never gonna work. And when she approached Miss Sunday, I was like, here we go. I thought she was going to push her off. If I'm honest, I thought.
Yeah.
But I knew the end was. I knew as soon as she was walking up to her, I was like, oh no,
As soon as she was captured, that was it. There was no kind
Yeah, it was already a wrap.
No
That's
kind
why
of.
she
was
that's
just
why
hoping. No, I was just hoping that that she didn't get tortured, because you know they go quite deep with it and make the mountain do a madness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, who did he do? Weren't he gonna do that to someone else? I can't.
Yeah, he did that.
The nun,
to
innit?
you know
The nun.
the priest woman.
Oh, the priest woman. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's peak. But yeah, obviously, but it kind of her death kind of made sense in a way, because you know there wasn't really much for her character to do anymore. I would say, you know. So,
It's just,
but yeah,
it's now given Grey Worm, because he is going to go mental. He is going to eat. Boy, obviously,
any
he's dying.
reason he had, yeah, bro. Any reasoning that he had, he's fully on that Danny life now, bro. If Danny says we're gonna die together, he's like, I'm live. Let's go.
He's gonna die as well.
He's definitely gonna die as well. Running into the mountain and thinking he can fight him, he's just gonna get murdered.
That'll be a good. I want to see that battle. You know, I want to see that battle.
I think you'll see him. He might do like a little couple sweeps and little bits, and you're like, oh, you've got a chance. But then obviously this is Mountain is already ridiculous, but like Undead Mountain is just gonna be like, nah.
Yeah, but someone's got to kill the Mountain.
Yeah,
it has to be the Hound.
Grey Worm could be the guy. Grey Worm could be the guy. I mean, who else can do it? What, John?
Has to be the Hound.
Can't see it.
Has to be the Hound.
Oh, the Hound. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Be the Hound. Last, I think that would be cool if Grey Worm at least gets to try and fight him to get some redemption. But obviously, it's not going to end well for him at all.
Yeah, I don't see how they're gonna. I don't know how they're gonna do this. Obviously, as you said, like John's got the majority of the army. But when you saw the view of them looking over the wall, like their numbers looked like they had like 20 guys.
Yeah.
Don't know what
Remember, the rest of them are on foot. They're on horse and they're going like the long route.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take like 2 weeks to get. I don't know what
they're saying. So they're taking the long route for whatever reason. So they have got more than that little bit that they took. But obviously, it's still not enough. And I don't even know how they're gonna get in. So
they could just go through like the secret passageways. I'm sure Tyrion knows, because remember in the battle when what's his name?
Blackwater.
Battle of Blackwater. Tyrion was the one that was in charge of the plumbing for Westeros, so he knows like the routes to get inside the castle. So he could find some way of them getting in and then taking.
That's all. Qui-Gon knows all that. He's probably blocked it off with bare like flipping wildfire and they're not.
Yeah. All right. Finally, obviously, with the death of Missandei, you saw Daenerys turn around. You saw her face all screwed up. She was livid. You can say she's. That was the final. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, basically.
Bro, that's the rise of the Mad Queen, bro.
And obviously, Missandei's last words. Dracarys. She wants us to burn everything. What if Cersei turned around to you and said, "Oh, okay. If you have any last words, now is the time to say." What would you have said to Cersei?
Let me go. That's my last word.
I would have said, listen, Cersei,
if you got any last words, that's what I'd say now. Yeah, that ain't gonna help me.
My soul will smile while I see the light fall from your eyes, bro. That's what
I would have spat.
It's very poetic, James. I like that. That's very poetic. Can you say that again?
I mean, look, obviously, as we know, it's a show. You can't do it, yeah. But obviously, if that was me, honestly, I'm just grabbing her and I'm jumping. Do you know what I mean? We're both going. If I'm going, we're both going. Like,
yes, bro.
No, your hands are tied, bro. Your hand, she was in.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you're gonna put over.
Yeah, that's over, bro.
Get over here.
Bro, we'll do that together, bro. We'll do that together.
You'll jump and you'll just feel the mountain's hand like at the back of your
head.
As
the mountain's jump off. He's strong.
Back onto the ledge.
No, the mountain's strong, but he ain't quick enough to be moving like that. By the time that's happened, it's like laters. I won't even say nothing. Just.
Yeah, I'd have told Cersei to suck her mum, but anyway. But yeah, that was basically it for episode 4. I've heard in interviews and also on other stuff as well that they said episode 5, the battle is gonna be like the biggest battle of the season.
Yeah. With Game of Thrones, I mean, I'm not surprised. They always do the penultimate episode as a mad battle, and then they have the last episode as like set up, I guess. So I get it. Are we ready for this battle? I mean, we've just had the Battle of Winterfell last week. I mean,
Yeah.
Did you watch the preview?
Nah.
no.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Do you know what? Obviously,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any talking in it at all. Actually,
No,
It's
there's
just
no talking.
just shots, and it's just like
Yeah, there's that.
the
Do you guys want to
tension.
know? Like,
You should
guys
Yeah,
want
go
to
on.
know what?
I'm sure the viewers.
Alright, go on.
Okay, well, yeah, well, it doesn't spoil it as much, but
No.
Euron like turns to the skies, and you can see in his face he's fearful. He's like, "What the hell is that?"
Mm,
But they don't show what it is.
yeah.
What is it?
Well,
What
it's
is
be a
it?
dragon.
But would he be that scared for one dragon though?
That's what I'm saying. And you just
What is
hear,
it?
you hear like the
What
dragon.
is it,
There's
bro?
no more dragons though.
I know.
Well, I don't know. I agree with you. But the look on his face is
Yeah,
like,
he did look
this
shook.
can't be possible, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he looked
what
shook.
is happening?
So I don't know
That's a
what
bit mad. That's a bit mad.
Unless she's Dave decided, right, we're gonna put their armor on Drogon. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
It was mad, but he looked shook. He looked shook.
Mm.
Well, I mean, look, let's just get into a bit of predictions then. So,
Yeah.
I'll kick it off. I don't know who's gonna die. There's gonna be deaths next week, right?
Grey Worm dying.
Grey Worm's gone next week. Grey Worm's gone, definitely.
Fair enough.
Is it? I mean, I don't even know. Maybe I don't know, man. There's got to be significant deaths next week.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think Tyrion's dying.
All right, Jaime's gone next week. Grey Worm's gone next week. Tyrion, I'm not sure. I don't know if he's going to be in there for the long haul. I think Jon will go, but not next week. Not next week. And I think it'll be a case of where Daenerys could save him, and she's like, "Boy, this gets rid of a problem." So let me.
Boy, Dany could go next week, you know. If she's gonna go on this mad, ruthless, burn you all to hell.
She's put herself on an island.
Yeah,
man.
On an island, everyone is.
So who sits on the throne then?
Don't know, but it's definitely not her.
Might be Gendry.
Definitely not.
Well, imagine if it was Tyrion, bro.
Nah, he can't. Unless everyone else is gone, but then he still wouldn't.
It might be Gendry, and then kind of let Arya pull the scenes from the shadows, maybe. And that will satisfy. You don't want that. Well, I mean, that will satisfy like Sansa's like hesitancy with what's gonna happen to the North when someone sits on the throne. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
I hope it's not Sansa. You know, I hope it's not everyone died. Oh, Sansa, you're the only one up north left. Come down and sit on it, because that'll just annoy me as well. So
why? Why you don't like Sansa? No.
I just her whole character from start to finish, I don't think is deserving of the throne. I don't want her to die. She can stay alive. It's not like I want her to die, but I don't think she deserves the throne as much as others that have fought their way. I know she's been through a lot, don't get me wrong, but season 1, I want to stay with Joffrey.
No, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Ned warned her, you know. Ned warned her, and she didn't want to listen. But there you go.
Yeah, even the scene where obviously I don't want to go. I'll just cover this quickly. The scene where obviously Joffrey gets hurt. She gets called into the level. What actually happened? And she lies and says like, "Oh yeah, they did attack him," and then they was forced to kill like one of the direwolves. Like she was doing the most. She was doing the most. But yeah,
I think Varys was a madness next week, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he does as well, and I think he dies. I think he'll do something mad and die.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Varys.
Oh yeah, he's. Well, remember, thing he said he was gonna die. So.
The red woman.
The red woman.
Oh.
He said both of us are gonna die in Westeros or something. I can't remember what she said.
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
Well, yeah, finally.
You're right. He will die next week.
You reckon? On the the fleet has to show up at some point. The Iron Islands.
He'll die.
He'll die. I think, like I said, I think there's going to be a lot, and this is the penultimate episode, of the season, of the series. Something big things are happening next week. And
Death's coming, boy.
and then the last episode will be the fallout from that and the conclusion. So I think a lot of people will go.
Yeah.
Again, I said that in the Battle of Winterfell.
No, but
And
this
yeah,
is like this is the fight though. This is the
Yeah.
fight. Once they're there, that's it. There's no turning back. There's no.
Yeah,
And
so
even
right-
Cersei's right hand guy, he's got some nasty things up his sleeves, but I'm shook for them. He's got
Yeah.
some, not
That's
just
what
that,
it
he's
is.
got
Yeah.
got something for them.
Bro,
But
he's
finally,
waiting.
finally, what I'll ask you guys, obviously we saw the White Walkers and the Night King. Do you think that's the last we've seen of any White Walkers, or does Bran have a plan, like a part to play in the finality of the story of how it's gonna wrap up, or is this part done?
I think Bran will have some part to play. If
Is
not,
Bran
maybe-
staying in Winterfell?
Yeah,
Bran
yeah.
staying in Winterfell?
yeah, he stayed in Winterfell.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's done. I
Yeah.
don't think they've told that story. The only, I mean, Bran, yeah, I don't. He could have a part to play, but I don't think it will involve any of the undead. I think that's been settled now.
Okay.
Personally, but I don't think it's the end of Bran. I think he might have something else to do. I just don't know what. But I don't think
Okay,
it involves
fair enough.
anything more. I think that's done. I could be wrong, but
Okay, yeah. Roll on to next week. We've got 2
because if
episodes
it
left.
is, if you think about it, if they do bring back the dead and all that, it's a bit like, well, that. Do you know what I mean? What was the point of
Yeah.
the
It
whole?
makes the Winterfell
They
battle
concluded
pointless.
the night. Yeah, exactly. Takes it away from that. So
Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty much everything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, as I said, there's 2 episodes left. I really can't believe it, to be honest. I
It is
really
nuts.
can't believe it.
It's a
How
bit surreal.
how long are the last 2 episodes?
80 minutes.
80 minutes each.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, so it's gonna be another monumental episode next week, So yeah, that's pretty much it for our recap of episode 4, season 8 of Game of Thrones. Thank you for joining us once again. As I said, you can catch us podcast version, audio, wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can catch us on YouTube /Agents of Screen. Until next time, same place. Peace from everyone.
same
Yeah.
back channel, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Later.